Hello, I'm Anna Delaney with iSMG. I'm very pleased to be joined by Vamsi Koduru, Director of Product Management at Normalyze. Really good to see you, Vamsi.
Yeah, likewise. Good to be here, Anna.
So we've had data security products for decades. Why are they not working anymore?
Yeah, I would say it's less so that they're not working, but more so they weren't really designed for the current data landscape, right? These are very, very good solutions when 90% of data was sitting in enterprise data centers or mostly on-prem. And over the last 5 to 10 years, you've seen that shift where more and more data is moving to the cloud. You have more and more SaaS applications. How businesses approach security has also changed, right? So the whole data democratization movement has happened where people want everyone getting access to information. Can I share it quickly? Right? Having all this available at your fingertips instead of being confined by having to physically go into office and get this information available. And one of the main things we've seen is these traditional solutions have not been able to evolve quickly enough to meet this change in the landscape. So that's kind of led to that shift where they're no longer scaling, they're no longer meeting the business needs, and they've kind of created this window of opportunity for hackers or people trying to get access to data to take advantage of these potential gaps and vulnerabilities that a business has now, right, during this shift.
And so how have new technologies such as cloud tech, AI, how have they introduced new challenges for data security?
Yeah, and one of the big things with AI and cloud has really just been how people share and access information. I can now be on a flight or an airport, leave my home office, go somewhere else, and still have access to all of this information from my laptop, my phone, right? So you're creating more paths for people to get in and gain access to data. And then there's a whole situation with AI now where you as a business don't even understand how potentially your data is being used. How is this being revealed? If it's going to ChatGPT, is this not going to become public knowledge? How do I educate my team on best practices of securing data, right? It's kind of shifted from a few people managing security. Now everyone has to be on the same page. How do I prevent a breach as an employee, as a C-suite executive, as a marketing person? It's kind of changed overall how people have to think about data security, and I think that's the biggest challenge, right? Is no one's really defined entirely what best practices are, because you don't want to prevent innovation. You want people to adapt modern technologies, modern solutions, be quick, right? Everything's about speed to returns or return on investment. So how do you find that balance? And I think that's been one of the biggest things that people are trying to really solve, and where companies like Normalyze come in is you have that trust and confidence that your data security solution is giving you full visibility and not stopping any innovation or growth that your business wants to have.
And with all this innovation, Gen AI has created this explosion of data. How can security teams move from a reactive security posture to a more proactive one, which is, I guess, the dream?
Yeah, it's always a challenge, right? And I think part of the thing, one of the main distinctions I like to make is when it comes from reactive to proactive security is reactive security is really good at protecting you from things that you know. If I can make a policy that's going to prevent you from getting access, fantastic. But today there's things that are changing so quickly, you're not going to know every potential attack path. You're not going to know how your data is being used. So you need to catch on to key signals or indicators telling you, hey, maybe someone is behaving differently as a user. Maybe someone has accessed my data in a way that they shouldn't, and get ahead of it. Or even having some indication that these things are happening that maybe might expose you to additional risk. And AI is going to do that more and more, right? Tons and tons of apps are being implemented in businesses today, and not everyone knows how they work. And it kind of goes down to what I said earlier is kind of bottom-down education, right? How do you get everyone in the business aware of, hey, these are certain things I need to follow or certain best practices I need to ensure to avoid any potential data leaks, right? And I think that's going to continue to be a challenge, and security teams have to really think about what's most important for me to kind of get ahead of the game instead of, once a breach has happened, I'm paying millions of dollars of fines, if not more, brand impact, all of these things. They can't afford to simply be reactive, right? You need to have a good balance between the known knowns and the known unknowns today.
What's driven the need for a shift from traditional rule-based security measures to more dynamic real-time data security posture management solutions, do you think?
Yeah, and I think it ties in a little bit of what I was saying earlier is you no longer are in an environment where you can afford to sit back and wait, right? So you can't just sit there and go, I'm okay looking at this at the end of the month, fixing any vulnerabilities. If your IP gets shared, that's going to become public within minutes. How do you catch and prevent this early? How do you even know that someone that shouldn't have access to sensitive information has been given access to something? These need to be near real-time events so you can lock and protect your own business, right? It all kind of ties into the evolving landscape is people are moving quickly, data is moving quickly, your security solutions have to move quickly. Otherwise you're just going to fall behind.
So I'd love to know more about Normalyze. How are you providing visibility and governability over sensitive data stores?
Yeah, so one of the things that we focused on from day zero was really ensuring that, one, are we able to find and really classify all of our customers' data no matter where it is, but also be able to do that accurately and reliably over a period of time. Right, so whether the data is sitting in the cloud, your SaaS applications, on-prem, or potentially things that are being used by AI apps and services, are we able to surface this information as quickly as possible and build that confidence with our customers, right? And that's kind of where our bread and butter is giving that full visibility so that they can define any policies or even react, as I was saying earlier, in near real time and be more proactive to really define a long-term sustainable security program, right, in this landscape.
So what sets you apart from the others?
One of the big things that I hear is trust in our accuracy, reliability over time, and in general our flexibility to work with customers in the sense that not every data landscape, every business is the same, right? Is your solution going to fit my needs is the biggest thing that someone always asks. They don't want to just be sold something that you've designed as, hey, I think this is the most amazing product we've ever built. It needs to fit their unique needs, and that's something that we do, I think, better than the competition, is ensuring that we're customer first, right? How can we help you with your unique situations, your unique risk tolerance, your unique data environments, and not only worry about day zero, but build trust that we're the solution you want to use in day 200, right? For many, many years to come. And that's something that, for me personally, I see as a differentiator, because a lot of other products are really focused on, we've built our core solution, core capabilities, go buy that, right? But we're really wanting to build a long-term sustainable business around data security in this evolving landscape, and I think that sets us apart.
Now, you recently announced the integration of Normalyze and Snowflake. So how is this collaboration impacting the data security landscape?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we were looking for in that relationship, and Snowflake was looking for as well, is security by design, right? So as more and more businesses start using Snowflake and other similar platforms, you want to feel some sort of confidence that you're getting a level of security from day zero, right? And this ties into Snowflake themselves going, we want to enable our customers to innovate rapidly without fear of, is my data being exposed? Are there going to be potential breaches that I might not be aware of, right? So really ensuring that from day zero, together we're driving that security vision so that whether it's AI or anything that Snowflake customers want to use, they can do it in confidence. And we see a lot of value in that, right? Because if you're able to, from day zero, build that confidence, your innovation growth is going to be exponentially higher than you having to go through rigorous policy checks or ensuring that you've implemented the solution properly, or even in some cases finding a hodgepodge mix of other tools to kind of address those needs, right? So I think that's definitely been one of the main drivers in making that relationship successful and moving it forward for the next few years for us.
Well, Vamsi, I wish you the very best, and thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thanks, Anna.
And thank you for listening to us for iSMG. I'm Anna Delaney.